8 cells on one side, 8 cells on the other side. I'm going to have one here. And then I'm going to hook them all up in series, so there'll be a total of 16. I get some thermal compound here. Now you want to test these things out to see which way the positive and negative is. I already applied heat to one side and I figured it all out. I'm not really impressed at how well this sticks onto here, so I'm going to probably put some silicone along here. But I drilled 4 holes and I put some bolts in here. You can see. Actually, the next step will also be to cut those wires down a little shorter and then make sure they're all wired in series. What do we got here? 16 tea light candles here. And this is the first time, I've never done this before, so I'm going to be doing it live right here and we'll test how much voltage this gives off. Okay, so right about there, center maybe. Let's see. Oh wow, it's already jumping up. Look at that. That's good. We got 6 volts, 7 volts, and climbing. Now this isn't exactly placed over each cell, so I can refine that. So that's what I figured, about a half a volt piece. Now there's nothing on the top part here, as far as ice or anything like that. And the biggest voltage you get is probably from the differential from the top to the bottom. So the colder this is on top and the hotter on the bottom, the more voltage we're going to get. So right now, with nothing on the top to cool it down, in fact, it might be a little too warm up here. So let me run upstairs and grab some ice cubes and see if we can get this thing to produce more electricity here. And let's see what we got now. Okay, look at that. We got 9 volts. Actually turn on here. We know it works. We know that under proper conditions, with a fan, perhaps some circulating water or so, I might be able to get 10 volts out of this. Either way, anything above like 8 volts I'll be happy with, because I can probably feed that into a switch mode power supply and then regulate 5 volts. And that's what I basically want to do anyway with this, is make a portable 5 volt charger for a cell phone or something like that. Make a unit that you could bring to a campsite. You could build a fire underneath it, pack it with snow on the top, and produce a 5 volts. And I put only, I believe, 6 tea lights under there. They're not close enough to the top, so, and I don't have enough ice on top. And right now I have a LED, a blue LED, which is going to take more current to light up on. So let me show you this with the light off here. Okay, so there's my LED sucking some of that juice, and 3.76 left on there. So I can power a blue LED. And over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 6 tea lights. Originally I had 16 of them on there, and there were 8 on each row. So I can still power things with less candles. And you can see that some of the candles don't. The flame is not that high up, so I could probably adjust this so they're higher up to get a more efficient energy producing device. As long as the top stays really cold, which is really cold now with this ice on here. So there's no problem with that, and we've got a steady voltage here. And then I'm going to have to make some kind of way to run off the water, because like I said, this would be more of a useful device if you can put it over some hot coals of a fire and then pack it with ice on the top. So you can bring this to a campsite and you do have plenty of power. Here I'm printing out some kind of a base for the tea candle lights. Tea candles, let's say. Okay, we have another test here. I hooked up a switch mode power supply. I hooked up a monitor to see how much voltage I'm getting. Let's remove this to see what we got here. 4.75, 3. Of course, I have a bunch of candles that are out, and I have nothing on top. So now we're at 5 volts here. This is when I adjust it here. See if we can get more voltage. Bring the flames higher to the higher. Okay, that's right on top there. Oh, good. That might be working better. Oh, there we go. As you can see, you make a difference. When the flame source is pretty high up, touching just about, and a lot of candles are out. So here I made a base for these tea lights, and what I did discover is these things burn fast and they're hard to light when the stems are short, and wax will get all over the place.